getting that pick at 7 and the way that it all played out, having so many defensemen available, and obviously go with Carter there.
Yeah, I mean, we like the upside on Carter. I mean, he's a raw talent still, and I think there's a great deal of potential with him. And we like what we saw. Our scouts do a great job, and work very hard to identify this talent, and we're very, very happy to have him.
We talked about various scenarios that might play out in those first 6 picks. Was one of the scenarios that you saw unfolding 5 forwards going, and like?
Not necessarily, no. I mean, it was unique, and then after that, I think even from our list, there's a big gap, and for the longest time on the picks that we had rated, and they went a little bit later in that first round. So, we feel good about going into tomorrow. Still some good talent out there, and we're looking forward to our pick tomorrow as well.
Carter said that he had a good conversation with you guys here in Vegas, and maybe that was a bit of an inkling from him that maybe I'm really on these guys' radar. I don't know how much you can share about that, but what was that conversation like, meeting with him this week here in Vegas?
Well, we had a chance to meet him, at the Combine as well, and you could see he was a little bit more comfortable. The Combine's a bit of a stressful time for those players, but we feel very comfortable about the player, and we just think there's a very high ceiling. And I think, it's a draft, so you're trying to project out as much as you can, but we feel that with the right time and effort and development, that Carter can really get to a high ceiling.
Were there any talks at any point about, hey, you're sitting there at 7, it's played out in a unique way, what have we traded back? Or, were those conversations taking place?
There was a couple of conversations, but, just didn't happen.
We know that Carter, the hockey player, is a great hockey player, but what about Carter, the person, the character? Did that factor into this decision a lot?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, he's not, he's a little bit of a shy kid at first, but you can tell that he's got some confidence to him, and I just think that he's willing to put in the effort to be able to match the potential that he has. So we love the character of the kid, and again, very excited about him.
Earlier this week, you mentioned that a lot of teams, nobody really knew how the first round was going to unfold. And with that, how important was it to kind of have your list that you stuck to your guns, and then going into tomorrow as well, you kind of reassess?
Yeah, I mean, the uniqueness, as was just stated, was that there's a lot of defensemen, at the top of this draft, right shot defensemen in particular. We don't draft strictly on position, but certainly, I think this was a great opportunity for our organization to, to build in that area. And not only we feel like Carter's got the offense already to his game, and as he matures and rounds out, and I feel like we got a good one.
I believe at your year-end press conference, you mentioned that you were thinking about announcing this draft pick in French. I think you did a pretty good job. How'd you feel about that?
It's a work in progress. Certainly made a commitment to it for sure. It's going to take some time.
Did you have a chance to go see Carter play yourself at any point in the season?
I did, yes.
And that was back half of the season type thing for?
It was, yes.
Back half? So
yeah.
what did you, like with your own eyes, what did you see out of him?
Well, I saw a player who commanded the ice. I think, in my experience in junior hockey is, you have there are some parts of his game that you felt that he did a little bit better, but then you look at how he dominated play when he was on the ice, and just has a presence about him as well. So we like the fact that we can build off of that potential.
And he seems like a physical. Is there a nasty element to his game? Or?
Yeah, I mean you see it at times. He's a quiet kid, but there's an understated competitiveness to him, and I think as he matures, that'll start to grow even more.
I'll just ask you about any trade chatter. Right? This is a weekend where a lot of these trades can sometimes happen. How active were you on that front today?
Not so much today. I think we're focused in on the draft. There's a couple things that we're bantied about, and sometimes those conversations continue. So we look forward to full trust in the scouting staff and the hard work that they've put in to put the list together. And I'll do what I can on the outside to see if there's some opportunities, and then keep this thing moving.